Peace was a reverend sister who joined the convent, and Peace had this issue of stealing. Like before Peace went into the convent, the parents had thought that it was, demonic powers that were making her steal, because Peace would usually pick up things that she never needed. She just stole randomly. Anywhere she went to, she stole. So they asked her to, attend. She was in catechism. She did everything in the Catholic faith, and also the parents encouraged her to be a reverend sister, which she did not even argue with them, thinking that if she goes into becoming a reverend sister, this whole thing will stop. But what they did not know, that she was a kleptomania. A kleptomania is someone who, steals without they just steal everything. They can still comb, they can still iron, they can go to, they just say things, they just steal the things. So the parents thought it was witchcraft, like it was demonic. So they needed her to go into convent so that she would not need to, she would change. She would have been so committed, thinking that it's her fault. But they didn't know that she was a kleptomania. So she has stolen so much that when she now went into the convent, people's phone will get missing. They will ring they'll call the phone, it to be ringing in her body. The way the reverend sisters or the nuns wear their clothes and have a pocket by the side, so she'll put the phone there to be ringing. She'll still be arguing that she did not steal the phone. So they'll put their hand, they'll bring it out. So this reverend sister, when they go for any event, she will steal. When she goes everywhere, she will steal. Like, it was so bad. Either your pant or bra will be missing. And the funny thing is, she steals like this, but she's not using those things for anything. She's not using it for anything, but she steals them. So this reverend sister kept stealing. Okay, now all these things happen, and then the sisters in the convent had come to meet their mother sister, the sister who is in the convent, and they have told her that this sister is always stealing. So the sister now decided that, okay, they're going to do something for her. They're going to make her go through therapy to see if she could stop. They called somebody, an expert, to come to the convent. They explained everything to the therapist to see if he could help her to go through therapy. Even she stole everywhere, whether in church, she stole. She must steal something. If you sit near her, she'll steal something from you. And when you ask her, she'll say she's not the one. And when they see her with the thing, she'll be saying that she did not know how the thing got into that place, into her, either her hand or anything. That was how this sister, they called the man, he came, he did counseling for her, asked her how, she said if she sees anything, her body is always shaking, she must pick it. So they now asked her, has she ever been like this? She said yes. That was how she told them that when she started this stealing, that the parents thought it was spiritual, or rather they were so sure it's spiritual. So they didn't want her to be embarrassed in the community. So they sent her to convent so that she can become a reverend sister. So she became very, very ashamed of herself. They spoke to her. They told her she should not worry. So it was the counselor that told them that what she is going through is called kleptomania, syndrome. Like, she's stealing things she doesn't need, that they're going to help her. So when they did this, they did the counseling for 16 weeks. But after they did that counseling, they thought, okay, it was going to be better. It didn't go better at all. So one day she went to the market with another sister. They went to buy things from an open market. She stole something. But in that case, the other sister quickly paid and said, maybe they did not calculate it well, because she didn't want her to be embarrassed. So they stopped her from going to the market. She should not go to the market. She should not go, because normally sisters come from the convent to go buy whatever they need. She should not go to the market. So she became, she'll stay. When people are going to market, she'll just give them a list of what she wanted and they'll buy for her. But it now became, the reverend sisters in the convent became used to it, that they did not see it as stealing anymore. Whenever something is missing, they'll just go to her and say she should give them the thing. It now looked like she was borrowing those things, or rather using them, then she'll return it. That's how they started seeing her, so that they don't stigmatize her. So it became so bad and horrible. One day, some other sisters traveled to go visit their parents, and one other sister was not in the convent. So this particular sister decided that she was going to the market to buy something. When she got to the market, she didn't see what she wanted. So she quickly left and went to a mall, a very big shopping mall, just one of the most popular shopping mall in that area. And people were, it was a very, very popular mall, that if you hear popularity, they were popular. Like, people will always want to come there to shop. So the next thing, she went into that place. You won't believe what the sister took a clipper. She took the clipper and the CCTV camera saw her and exposed her. She took the clipper and put it in her pocket. So when she came to, buy the things, like put out the things, so that they can, put it through the machine to calculate how many things she had bought. She was about leaving when somebody from the control room asked that they should call the sister. They called her back and they asked her that there's something she picked that she did not bring out for them to document. She said no, she didn't pick anything. They told her sister, are you sure? Because they didn't want to embarrass her. She said no, she did not pick anything. So they said, sister, please, if you wouldn't mind, we would love to search you. And then she said no, that nobody can search her. So they took her to the control room and sat down. They played the CCTV footage for her. She saw herself taking the clipper. This clipper is a clipper men used to cut their hair. That's to show you that she did not have a need for it. She doesn't need to cut her hair. If she even wants to do her hair, they call people to come make their hair in the convent. So she didn't need any of those, to do her hair. So she now said no, that okay. So when she now saw that she had really seen herself do it, and it was just a few minutes ago, they put then, when the CCTV camera is recording, it's recording the time and when the event happened, the date and all that. So as they played it for her, she now decided to bring out the clipper by herself. The clipper was a very small clipper. It's just like all these clippers that you can easily put anywhere. So just in a small pack, and it was able to fit into her pocket. So they asked her to bring it. She brought it. And that was how they asked her why she denied at first that they are going to embarrass her. She now pleaded with them that they should not embarrass her. So immediately she pleaded with them that they should not embarrass her. They let her go. So they decided to delete the footage from the system. But some people are very funny. As they to delete the footage from the system, they had the fault, and the person who installed the CCTV camera came back to recover all the recordings they had in the past, because there's a way they used to do it to recover it back. It was that guy that saw everything that happened. He was just flipping through, being that it's a recent event, so he decided to bring out that particular clip and when to use it. People, they were now circulating it around people's phones, and the Reverend Sister stole. And when they were asking her, she said she's not the one. Everything was being recorded. Of course, from the time she stole and they brought her back to the control room and showed her everything on the system, the other CCTV camera were capturing what was going on in the place, in the store. So everything she was doing, it was when they got into the control room that the CCTV cameras were not seeing them again. But everything that happened there, they saw it. They arguing that she did not take anything from the close to the door. She argued she didn't take anything. That was how, as this thing was circulating, this Reverend Sister was being dragged. People were embarrassed her. They were like, she didn't even know the thing has gone viral until people started talking about it. So she now became, the sisters in the convent now asked her that they saw something on social media that she was being dragged, that she went into a shop to steal. That why did she do that? That they know that this thing has been a problem for her, but that she could pray about it and come out of it. So the company, the shop, now invited the guy who did that and told they had to arrest the guy, because number one, he was not supposed to divulge that kind of information, because they had already forgiven the Reverend Sister. He wouldn't have done that. So they arrested the guy. The guy now had to apologize. He came out public, talked about it on social media, apologized for doing that kind of a thing, and they decided to retrieve most of those circulated footage already about the Reverend Sister, only for the Reverend Sister to go into an open market again. This time she stole something that she doesn't even need it. She stole it. That's how people were now shouting on her in the market, going around and singing that she's a thief. It became so serious that they had no choice than to call her family for them to now think if they should still leave her in the convent or to take her home, so that they can maybe seek for another help, because they've tried everything. They've gotten her counselors. She has embarrassed them a lot, and it was not, it was getting out of hand. That was how one of the elderly sister decided that she should not worry, that they are going to do something about it. They prayed and prayed and prayed, and she decided to stop stealing.